Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss about non-metals. It is given here that in the previous class you have learned that there are very few non-metals as compared to metals. So as I have already told you that if you have to understand more about non-metals and metals, you can refer to periodic table which is given in chapter 5th. So with the help of that periodic table, first of all you don't have to study the periodic table, you just have to go through it. And in that periodic table it is very clearly shown with the help of different colors uh, about metals and non-metals. So there when you will see, you will easily able to find that non-metals they are very few as compared to metals. So at least just go through that periodic table, you try to just read the periodic table properly. Some of the examples of non-metals are carbon, sulfur, iodine, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. So these are the common examples. The non-metals are either solids or gases except bromine, which is a liquid. So as you can see that some of the non-metals they are solid and they are gases, like oxygen, hydrogen they are gases, whereas carbon or sulfur they are solids. But there is one non-metal which exists in liquid state, that is bromine. So you have to remember this, it is very important. Most of the time you may get such type of questions that you have to name a non-metal which exists in liquid state, and that is bromine. Do non-metals also have physical properties similar to that of metals? Let us find out. So we have discussed lot of properties in previous classes, and that properties they are related to metals. For example, sonority, then conductors, that metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Apart from that, malleability and ductility, these are also very important properties. Then metallic luster, which is having shining surface and all. So we have discussed lot of properties related with metals. Then you have to find that are these physical properties they are also shown by non-metals. So that is what you have to do. So do non-metals also have physical properties similar to that of metals? Let us find out. Activity 3.7. Collect samples of carbon, coal or graphite. For carbon you may take coal or graphite, it is easily available to you. Sulfur and iodine. Then you have to carry out the activities 3.1 to 3.4 and 3.6 with these non-metals and record your observations. So you have to carry out the similar activities, but here to carry out these activities you have to take any of these non-metals which is given here, and then you have to record your observation. Then compile your observations regarding metals and non-metals in table 3.1. As you can see that in table 3.1, here you have to write all your observations regarding metals and non-metals, and they have already mentioned some of the properties. So for metals and non-metals you can select any of the element. For example, for metals if you want you can take aluminium or copper or silver, gold, and for non-metals you can take carbon, sulfur, any element whatever you want you can take, and then you have to write. So symbol you can easily write. Type of surface you have to write whether they are having shining surface, that means whether they are having that metallic luster or not. Then hardness, you have to write about hardness also. Then malleability, ductility, as we have already discussed, conducts electricity or not, and then sonority. So these are the properties which is already mentioned. Element you can take from your side, so at least try to select 5 or 6 different type of elements. But in that 5 or 6, there should be some metals and there should some non-metals, and then only it will be easier for you to compare their properties also. So this is about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. First you have to fill this table, and when you will simply compare it, it will be much easier for you to understand. Apart from that, you will also find that there are certain exceptions in all these properties in the category of metals and non-metals. For example, metals generally they are good conductor of electricity, but still we have certain exceptions like lead and mercury. Apart from that, metals they are very hard in nature, but still we have got some metals which are quite soft, which we can cut with knife. For example, sodium and potassium. So you will find that there are certain exceptions in the physical properties of metals and non-metals. For non-metals also you will find that non-metals they are generally not hard, they exist mostly in gases and they are not hard, but still you will find that diamond, it is very hard in nature, and diamond is a non-metal. So there are exceptions in both the cases. So that is why I have said that first you have to fill this table 3.1 properly by taking certain samples of metals and non-metals, and after writing this you can also Make one table from your side in which you are mentioning certain exceptions.